everyone. I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Mónica, and I'm a student of languages at the University of Costa Rica. I study BA in English, and I take a Portuguese course too. Well, my purpose today is to inform you about 3 common damages in the skin caused by an excessive sun exposure. I'm going to give you a brief explanation about each one. I would like to start with sunburn, then premature aging, and lastly skin cancer. My presentation will last about 8 to 10 minutes. You can take notes if you want, or if you have questions, you can ask me once I have finished. Okay? So let's start. The first point is sunburn. Have you ever gotten sunburn after going to the beach or going fishing or going to a swimming pool? Right, yes. I think that everyone has gotten burned by the sun at least once. So as we know, summertime or the dry season is like a period when this happens more often. But it's important to understand how this occurs. The UV radiation or the ultraviolet radiation is divided into the UVA, UVB, and UVC subbands. The ozone in the Earth's atmosphere filters out a portion of this before reaching the planet's surface. The UVC rays are almost completely eliminated by the atmosphere. But the UVA and UVB rays penetrates enough, causing thus that sunburn can occur in less than 15 minutes. There are some great degrees of sunburns, but there are 2 main that are. The first degree sunburn can be painful and turns the skin red or pink. And the second degree sunburn causes blistering and swelling of the skin. And it says that from 3 to 8 days after the exposure, it will be peeling, like a snake when it changes the skin. So there are some recommendations given by experts in order to avoid these burns. We must use a high protection sunblock every time we go to the beach or we practice sports outdoors. We also have to, after the exposure, we have to use a cream with aloe 3 times a week, and we have to drink a lot of fluids in order to avoid dehydration. And also we can take medicines with acetaminophen to decrease the pain or the damage. The second point is premature aging. Premature aging is also known as photoaging. This is the term used by dermatologists to describe the aging of the skin caused by the exposure to sun's rays. This process occurs over a period of years. It means that every single exposure will accumulate the damage in the skin, and the skin loses its ability of self-reparation. Also, the UV rays attack vitamins like collagen and elastin, and as a consequence, the skin will look like loose, wrinkled, and dehydrated. And this is very a skin damage or a damaged skin looks very bad when the cause is premature aging. And the third point is the well-known skin cancer, which which is one of the most common diseases in the world. It says that research have shown that a major factor of this could be the early age exposure to the sun. So children may be harmed more than adults. The most serious cancer is melanoma. There are many kinds of cancer, but the most common is melanoma, and it provokes many deaths every year. It is actually in the United States, the diagnosis is from 50,000 to 60,000 people every year. In general, the treatment of melanoma is with surgery. When treating many early melanomas, doctors only remove 1 centimeter of the normal tissue around the melanoma. So, this brings me to the end of my presentation. I will briefly summarize the main issues. So the first was sunburn. The sunburn occurs mainly with the UVA and UVB rays that penetrates our skin. And there are two kinds of degrees in sunburns. The first degree, which turns the skin red or pink, and the second degree burn that provokes sweating and blistering on the skin. And we have to follow some recommendations like the high protection sunblock and drink a lot of fluids to avoid dehydration. The second point was premature aging that occurs over a period of years, and